Yo, it's your boy Southside Geek A60. And if you're watching this today, happy Thanksgiving, yo. I don't know why I didn't say the last video. I just thought about that shit right now. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a good time. And yeah, grow up, yo. Grow up. Yeah. For today's video, we got another video from New Rockstars, and we got DC Studios Lanterns trailer. Everything we've learned. All right, let's get it.
New Rockstars, I'm Eric Boss, and a trailer for DC Studios Lanterns was shown to press in Sao Paulo ahead of the big CCXP event next weekend. And let's break down everything we've learned about this Green Lantern, John Stewart, Hal Jordan team-up Western series and its deep, dark, cosmic mystery. James Gunn has teased some interesting promises for this Lantern series, and I really do think it's going to be the title that proves whether the DCU has the staying power the MCU has had. So let's break down what we know. Also, we have so many great holiday gift options available exclusively on our merch store, nerdriot.shop, which is having a huge holiday sale all month long, kicking off with a buy one get one 50% off deal. Also, Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Grabbing a holiday gift from Nerd Riot is the best way to support us. Thank you. Okay, yesterday at HBO Max's Upfront in Sao Paulo, where press outlets like Brazilian news service Omelete were in attendance, the first trailer for Lanterns was shown. Lanterns is the Green Lantern series starring Aaron Pierre as John Stewart Green Lantern and Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Before this, all we'd gotten so far of the series was this photo where you can see both John and Hal with a noticeable green ring on his hand. This came in a very interesting article about the series from Vanity Fair, which gave us this description. This series follows experienced Lantern Hal Jordan and new recruit John Stewart as they investigate a murder in Nebraska, which leads them to darker mysteries and reckonings. James Gunn has described Earth in the series as Precinct Earth, according to the Green Lantern Corps that patrols the galaxy.
Why does that sound familiar? Obviously, because the word reckoning is a word, but like when I think of the word reckoning, when it comes to Green Lantern specifically, it's in DC Comics, I think of the Black Lanterns. So are we getting? Oh my god, dude! Because wasn't there? Yeah, now I remember. Wasn't there like a actor who posted a picture with him and side by side was a Black Lantern? Oh shit, dude! If we're getting Black Lanterns in this shit, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude! Hell yeah.
Galaxy. So here's what outlets like Omelete reported seeing in this new trailer. They say we see John Stewart and Hal Jordan. They've been working together for months. Hal is described as a substitute teacher figure, meaning he's filling in for someone else who's supposed to be training John. They say it's a Western tone series set in rural America with brownish tones reflected in what the characters are wearing. We do not see John or Hal in their green suits in the trailer. These two characters clash, and John claims he's better than Hal at saving people. And there's a quip about a squirrel Green Lantern, which is a reference to Chip. Chip is a member of the Green Lantern Corps, an extraterrestrial who resembles a rodent, similar to a squirrel or a chipmunk. This being a James Gunn joint, the guy has a love for all scavenger mammals, rodents, trash pandas, and the like, so this isn't that surprising. And while there's some debate among those claiming to have seen the footage as to how much of the Green Lantern suits Hal and John are shown wearing, there are some reports that we do see Hal Jordan flying in the footage. We know the series will consist of 8 episodes, and James Gunn initially wanted it to release before Supergirl, which comes out in June 2026.
Damn, do I miss 8 to 10 episodes? I mean, 10 to 13 episode seasons, bro. Damn, dude.
And for a while, we thought Lanterns was going to premiere on HBO Max in early 2026, but the latest reports from Casey Bloys, head of HBO, are confirming that it's going to be coming at the end of the summer 2026 on HBO. HBO released House of the Dragon Season 2 from June to August of 2024, so assuming that's going to be the window for Season 3 in 2026, that would put Lanterns in the Peacemaker window of late August through October. The series was created by Chris Mundy of Ozark, as well as Damon Lindelof of Lost and HBO's Watchmen, and Tom King, a TV producer and comic writer, also behind the Supergirl comic that the Supergirl movie will be based on, with Mundy serving as the showrunner of this group. It has been described as inspired by True Detective and Slow Horses. Mundy and Lindelof reportedly wrote a vast show bible for the lore of the series that really impressed James Gunn into greenlighting it. Brandon Davis interviewed James Hawes, who directed the first 2 episodes, about the series' tonal balance between a grounded Western mystery and the cosmic elements Green Lantern comics fans love. And the director said this:
I'm going to talk very obliquely about that because there are excitements to come. It won't disappoint the classic fans. I think it will invite in a whole new audience as well. because you get to meet the characters in quite a rooted way before it takes you intergalactic.
So okay, Kyle Chandler is playing Hal Jordan, who historically has been kind of the first generation Green Lantern. In this show, he's going to be depicted as a former test pilot and legendary member of the Green Lantern Corps who is approaching retirement. The writers took inspiration for the character from Sam Shepard's portrayal of Chuck Yeager in the film The Right Stuff. Showrunner Chris Mundy felt Chandler had the name qualities as well as the dry wit that they felt was important for the character of Hal Jordan. Aaron Pierre is playing John Stewart, who really was my generation Green Lantern when I first discovered these comics. In this show, he's the new Green Lantern recruit whom Hal Jordan is training to replace himself. Chris Mundy said that the character was both a Marine and an artistic architect. So Uric Thompson in the series is going to be Sinestro, a rogue former member of the Green Lantern Corps who is, quote, ruthless yet undeniably charming and was once a mentor and friend to Hal. Some theories are that Sinestro, who is best known as...
I know, right? So since Hal Jordan's going to be older, that means Sinestro and him already had that beef already, right? And he's already like Yellow Lantern now. I don't know how to think about that. That's true.
As like the main villain.
I thought we were gonna get Sinestro as a Green Lantern, but no. I forgot. It's way past that already.
Of the Green Lantern will be imprisoned in this series and is now someone Hal visits in prison, kind of like Clarice Starling to Hannibal Lecter. Laura Linney is in the series in an undisclosed role, but she's strongly believed to be Carol Ferris, aka Star Sapphire, who is Hal Jordan's longtime love in the comics, and a character with a similar power set who bears the Star Sapphire ring. Paul Ben Victor is playing perhaps the most mysterious role of the series, a character named Antan in press releases, described as an extraterrestrial who is, quote, devoted to exposing the...
He's playing, I bet you any money he's playing, oh my god, what's his name? The Red Lantern. Oh my god, what the fuck is this nigga's name? Oh, Atrocitus, right? Bet you any money. If not, cool, that's straight. But, sorry, excuse me. If I had to put any money on a comic book character, it'll be Atrocitus.
Truth and exacting vengeance against extraterrestrial series, a character named Antan in press releases, described as an extraterrestrial who is, quote, devoted to exposing the truth and exacting vengeance against those who wronged his people and delivers his own brand of justice, someone consumed by his hatred of the law. There are quite a few theories out there that Antan is really the show's code name for who the character really is, Atrocitus, perhaps. Before the Guardians of Oa created the Green Lantern Corps,
I was also gonna say that he could be a guardian, but once he said something about the hatred of some shit, I was like, oh wait, no, for sure not, he has to be Atrocitus for sure. Come on.
Where they created the Manhunters, a series of robots who just went overboard and slaughtered all the living creatures in Sector 666, leaving behind a group of survivors called the Five Inversions, led by Atrocitus, who's now vowing to avenge his people. And that does kind of sound like what we know for the character description of Antan on the show. A couple of months ago, we got an M1 sofa from Rove Lab for our studio. It was easier.
What the fuck is that M1 sofa? That just sounds like a fucking fighter jet.
Than we thought getting a new couch could possibly be. We were already fans, but there has never been a better time to upgrade your sofa setup.
My fault, I had to see that. What the hell? It's like a fucking jet or some shit. Yeah, straight me mugging me. My fault.
/Rockstars to get up to 60% off site-wide while supplies last. Kelly McDonald is playing Carrie, the Nebraska town sheriff, deeply devoted to her family in this close-knit town. Garrett Dillahunt is playing William Macon, a modern cowboy who hides his self.
Him. Wasn't he the actor that posted himself side by side with a picture of a Black Lantern?
Self-righteous, conspiracy-minded personality behind a charming facade. Jason Ritter is playing his son Billy Macon, who's Carrie's husband, who ultimately does daddy's bidding. So we're kind of seeing some Yellowstone family dynamics going on here. Nathan Fillion is going to be Guy Gardner Green Lantern on the show. He's a member of the Green Lantern Corps we met in Superman and then again in Peacemaker Season 2, the abrasive, high-strung, bulk-headed asshole. James Gunn, though, has complimented Nathan Fillion's shift in his acting style from Superman and Peacemaker to what he does in Lanterns. Purna Jagannathan is playing a character named Zoe. She actually had an interesting quote that we'll get to in a bit. Nicole Ari Parker is playing Bernadette Stewart, John Stewart's mother. Jasmine Cephas Jones plays Bernadette at a younger age, so we're probably going to see some John flashbacks. And then Sherman Augustus is playing John Stewart Sr., John's father, and J. Alphonse Nicholson plays John Sr. at a younger age. So Purna said in an interview that the Guardians would also be part of the series.
All the characters you love and you know, the Lanterns and, you know, the Guardians and the Sinestros, like all that world is still intact.
So So yeah, the Guardians of Oa, or the Guardians of the Universe. They are the founders and the leaders of the Green Lantern Corps since its beginning.
Yeah,
3 billion.
the director of the first couple episodes did say that it's gonna start and then it's gonna go galactic. So I wouldn't be surprised. And it was crazy because they don't have to go so deep, but I'm pretty sure they want to do justice to the Green Lantern brand. So.
Years ago. My theory actually has been that the reason James Gunn used the number 3 in his prologue of Superman is because maybe a show like Lanterns could extend that prologue further back to something like 3 billion years ago the Green Lantern Corps was founded, and we're going to learn about something that landed on Earth 3 billion years ago. So that brings us to what James Gunn has said, that this murder investigation on Lanterns will stumble upon an ancient horror on Precinct Earth. When the show wrapped, a Redditor noted that there was a hat from the show's production with the Green Lantern logo shown that might tease the Center, which is a sentient island from the Green Lantern comics, an ancient primordial entity on Earth that saved from dinosaurs after the asteroid hit, and then watched as the various ages of life on the planet went past it as it formed its island in the Pacific with all of its dinos, and then watched as humankind evolved around it, and then with the detonation of the first hydrogen bomb in the Pacific, decided mankind needed to be wiped out like vermin. The Center was the primary villain of the New Frontier Justice League story, which centered around Green Lantern as a character, presenting its sentient persona in large swirls like this logo. I've asked James Gunn why Atomic Knight showed up on the Hall of Justice mural in Superman as part of the DCU backstory, because that would have to mean that somewhere in the DCU there was some huge area affected by radioactive fallout. Hey, maybe this town in Nebraska is part of that. After the Peacemaker finale set up the Salvation Run storyline, James Gunn told Rolling Stone that Lanterns would be its own thing, but he did say in various interviews that it would feature the Salvation Planet, and he said, quote, "Lanterns is really important in setting up things when it comes to other big arcs for this phase." Comment down below with your thoughts on this, and a special thanks to one of our YouTube members, Bro, for supporting us at the executive producer level. Big thanks to Studio Tech Brian Kim, New Rockstars editors Joshua Stephen Hurd and Abby Friel, and supporting editors Songkit Piria and Ed Vilderman for all their hard work on this video. Follow me at EA Voss and subscribe to all the channels in the New Rockstars Network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
EA Voss Syndicate. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Get hyped for the show. What the fuck was that? Yo, I think that was the smoke in my eye or reflection. Oh, that was a reflection. Dude, I thought I saw some shit go across my floor. Dude, I was finna lose it. Hold up, let me make sure. Hold up, while I'm on camera. Yeah, that had to be a reflection or some shit of my glasses. Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, I'm hype. But yeah, like always, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, deuces.